Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're as hooked on the bold and the beautiful as I am, you know that every episode is like a roller coaster ride through the glitzy world of Los Angeles fashion, family feuds, and forbidden romances. Today, we're talking about the spoilers for Thursday, February 5th, 2026. And let me tell you, it's packed with so much drama, secrets, and exciting developments that it'll have you on the edge of your seat. Whether you're a longtime fan who's been watching since the show premiered back in 1987, or a new viewer just dipping your toes into the soapy waters, this episode is one you won't want to miss. Before we dive in, if you're obsessed with all the twists and turns in LA's most fashionable family feuds, hit that like button right now, subscribe to the channel, and turn on those notifications so you never miss an update on B&B. We post daily recaps, theories, spoilers, and deep dives, so stick around. All right, let's get into it. We're going to break down every juicy detail from this episode, explore the character motivations behind the big moments, speculate on the potential fallout, and discuss what this could mean for the weeks and months ahead. We're talking about Eric Forrester's big surprise reveal to Katie, the secrecy pact with Katie and Bill, Dylan's tough choice following Ivy's ultimatum, and the brewing love quadrangle that's about to shake up the younger generation. Buckle up, because this is going to be a deep dive. First things first, let's set the scene for this episode. The Bold and the Beautiful has been on fire lately, delivering one intense soap day after another. Think about it, family betrayals that cut deep, hidden romances that simmer under the surface, and fashion empire shakeups that keep the Forrester and Logan clans at each other's throats. By the time Thursday, February 5th, 2026 rolls around, viewers like you and me are primed for a fresh chapter that kicks off the rest of the week with a bang. And boy, does this episode deliver. After what feels like endless tension at Forrester Creations and in the personal lives of our favorite characters, we're finally getting some positive momentum, particularly over at the newly revived Logan Fashion House. It's been way too long since the show gave us a proper check-in with the Logan side of things. Remember how the Logans have always been the underdogs compared to the mighty Forresters? But things are looking up, and it all centers on Katie Logan Spencer stepping into her power like the boss she is. Katie, portrayed by the Emmy-winning Heather Tom, who's been a staple on the show since 2007, has always been the resilient sister, the one who's faced heartbreak, health scares, and betrayals, but always comes back stronger. Her journey from being Bill Spencer's ex to forging her own path is inspiring, and this episode highlights that evolution. Let's talk about Katie's bold move in launching her own fashion line under the Logan name. This isn't just a side project, it's a declaration of independence in a world dominated by the Forresters. And her smartest decision yet? Hiring none other than Eric Forrester, played by the legendary John McCook, who's been with the show since day one in 1987, as her lead designer. Eric coming out of retirement for this gig is absolutely huge. Think about Eric's history. He's not just any designer, he's the patriarch, the heart and soul of Forrester Creations for decades. He's designed iconic gowns, navigated corporate takeovers, and been at the center of countless family dramas. Remember back in the early 2000s when Eric had that major fallout with Ridge over control of the company? Or his multiple marriages, including to Stephanie, Brooke, and Donna? Eric's character has always represented tradition and creativity, but lately he's been feeling sidelined after that forced retirement drama. Bringing him on board for the Logan line is a game changer. Katie knows her talent is unmatched. His sketches have defined fashion on the show for over 35 years. His experience is priceless, and his vision could turn the Logan brand into a real competitor against Forrester Creations. She trusts him completely, drawing from their shared history where Eric has often been a father figure to the Logans, despite the rivalries. That trust is about to pay off in a major way on Thursday's episode, and it's moments like these that remind us why B&B has lasted so long. Picture this scene unfolding. Katie's waiting eagerly in her office at the Logan Fashion House, perhaps sipping a coffee or pacing nervously as Eric unveils his latest sketches for the inaugural Logan collection. These aren't just random drawings, they're masterpieces that perfectly capture the essence of what Katie envisioned for her brand. Elegant lines that evoke sophistication, sophisticated fabrics that scream timeless yet modern appeal, with that signature Forrester flair but tailored specifically to the Logan aesthetic, which has always leaned toward approachable glamour rather than the high-end exclusivity of Forrester. Katie's reaction? She's over the moon. Blown away doesn't even cover it. I can imagine her gasping, her eyes lighting up with genuine excitement, and telling Eric something along the lines of, "This is exactly what I was thinking for Logan. You've nailed it." It's that perfect alignment of creative minds that makes for the best collaborations in Soapland. We've seen similar moments before, like when Eric mentored Ridge in the early days, or when he clashed with Quinn over designs. But this feels fresh because it's crossing family lines. For Eric, who's been feeling underappreciated and adrift since his retirement, recall that emotional storyline where he faked his death or dealt with health issues in recent years. This job isn't just a paycheck, it's reigniting his passion, giving him purpose, and proving to himself and the world that he still has what it takes to dominate the fashion world at this age. John McCook brings such depth to these scenes. His portrayal of Eric's vulnerability mixed with wisdom is why he's a fan favorite. But here's where the intrigue really ramps up, folks. Eric's involvement in the Logan line has to stay under wraps for now. No one at Forrester Creations knows he's secretly working for what could be seen as the competition. After all, it's Katie's sister, Brooke's husband, Ridge's family empire. Eric reiterates his need for secrecy, probably with that classic concerned Eric look we've seen 1,000 times, furrowed brow, gentle but firm tone, stressing how explosive this could be if it leaks too soon. Katie and Bill Spencer, Don Diamond, who joined as Bill in 2009 and has been the ultimate schemer and protector, both swear they'll keep his secret safe. Bill, ever the loyal ex-husband and co-parent, nods solemnly, assuring Eric his lips are sealed. It's a moment of alliance among these three, but it's fragile, built on trust that's been tested before. Remember Bill's past betrayals, like his affairs or corporate manipulations? Yet here he is, showing his softer side. This secrecy pact echoes past storylines on B&B, like when Eric hid his affair with Quinn from the family, or when the Spectra family spied on Forrester designs. Those plots always led to massive reveals, and this one feels no different. Why all the secrecy, you ask? Eric is postponing the inevitable confrontation, knowing the truth will come out eventually. Secrets like this always do on The Bold and the Beautiful. It's practically a show staple. When it does leak, Ridge, played by Thorsten Kaye since 2013, though the character was originated by Ron Moss, and Brooke, Catherine Kelly Lang's iconic role since 1987, are going to feel completely blindsided. Ridge already carries a ton of guilt from pushing Eric into retirement. Think back to those tense boardroom scenes where Ridge took over as CEO, often clashing with his father over direction. Learning that his dad is designing for the Logans, that could reopen old wounds, spark accusations of betrayal, and even threaten the fragile family ties that have been mended over years of therapy sessions and holiday gatherings on the show. Brooke might feel torn between celebrating her sister Katie's success and her unwavering loyalty to Ridge and Forrester Creations. She's been in this position before, like during the Brooke-Ridge-Taylor love triangle that dominated the 90s and 2000s, where family loyalties were constantly tested. The fallout could be massive. Imagine boardroom battles with legal threats, emotional confrontations at the Forrester mansion, maybe even a fashion showdown between the two houses at a major event. We've seen rival fashion lines before, like when Spectra copied Forrester designs in the late 80s with Sally Spectra, leading to hilarious and dramatic catfights. This could be a modern take on that, with higher stakes. But for now, on Thursday's episode, it's all about celebration in private. Eric's relieved he can deliver something Katie loves, and he's hopeful this sets her up for long-term success. It's heartwarming to see Eric thriving again, away from the pressure of the Forrester throne, and it reminds us of his early days when he built the company from nothing. Shifting gears now to the younger crowd, because The Bold and the Beautiful knows how to balance the legacy drama with fresh, youthful romance to keep new generations of viewers engaged. Enter Dylan, played by Sydney Bullock, who's facing a major crossroads thanks to Ivy Forrester's ultimatum. Ivy, brought to life by Ashley Brewer since 2014, has always been protective, maybe overly so, of her niece Electra Forrester, played by Linnea Grace. From what we've seen building up in recent episodes, Ivy witnessed something she misinterpreted, a close moment between Dylan and Will Spencer, Electra's guy, played by Crew Morrow. Thinking Dylan crossed a line, perhaps a friendly hug or conversation that looked too intimate, Ivy confronted her with a harsh choice. Take a wad of cash and leave town quietly, or she'll spill everything to Electra, potentially ruining friendships and romances. Ivy even suggested a cover story, pretend Dylan got